Hello everyone, welcome again from USA Canada Visa Help. And in my last video, I showed you how to do passport here. So you already know how to upload passport section. So today we will discuss on how to upload the proof of means of financial support section here. So what documents you can submit here, like what documents you need to collect, you need to know beforehand so that you are well prepared and you are ready for the battle. Okay, and I want to remind you that this is not something that you need to have a PhD in rocket science to understand these things. This is not like that. This is as simple as water. So you do not need to be scared by any means. This is at best a board science. Okay, so now let's click on here and understand what it means by proof of means of financial support. So your bank statements for the past 4 months. So minimum requirement for Canada is last 4 months, at least last 4 months. Like today is April 24. Okay, so you should have a statement from December 23 to April 24, or November 23 to December. Like 4 months is the minimum, so you can go for higher. It's better to do 4, 5, 6 months, but if you have opened an account, it has been only 3 months, then you can do nothing too much special, so you can do only 4 months. But if you have an account that is old, so it is better to keep more months in the statement, so it will be even stronger. Okay, but if there is not a lot of transaction before the 4 months, so it doesn't matter too much. But you should have like good fund in the last 4 months. If you do not have, that is a matter of concern. So be prepared first and then submit your document. That is what will certainly increase the possibility of your visa. Okay, and then bank draft, pay stubs, employment letter, proof of assets or business, proof of payment of tuition fees or accommodation fees to your Canadian university if you have already paid something. That is a massive advantage. Okay, like if you have already paid 20,000 Canadian dollars for your tuition and accommodation, while the tuition fee and accommodation fee for your entire study program is like 70,000 or 60,000 Canadian dollars. So already you have paid a portion of it, a good portion of it. So that will make a great impression in the mind of visa officer of Canada. So it is even a stronger thing. Okay, and then tax reports, declarations or statements. So tax related statements, the more you can submit here, the better. The more the documents talk about your financial strength, the better. Okay, and I want to also discuss with you that the best fund is your own fund. Okay, and even better than your fund is if you have a scholarship or assistantship in your Canadian university. If they have given you tuition waiver, scholarship or assistantship, that is the best thing. And second best thing is your own fund. And third best thing is your spouse's fund, like your husband or wife, that person's fund is the third priority. And fourth, your parents. And fifth, other people of your family. And beyond family members, your visa will be in a huge risk. So I believe you do not please go beyond the family. Don't go for relatives. It will decrease the possibility of visa. But if you have no other way, then you can go. But you can go with relatives funds, but that is like not very much good fund to show. Okay, so best fund is university scholarship, assistantship, and then your fund. These are the documents related to your fund or your spouse's fund or your whoever is sponsoring you. Okay, whoever is giving you financial support, that person. It is always, I'm again telling you, it is always better if you have something in your account, no matter what. Okay, so these are the documents, tax related documents. Like tax related documents means you have submitted in income tax, and these documents you should give 2 years, last 2 years documents. If you cannot, then 1 year, last 1 year documents of tax. Okay, tax related document 1 year should be okay, but it's better if you can give 2 years. And then proof of a student or education loan from a financial institution. This is also a good document to show, but this is also a matter of like a little bit of less favorable document than your own fund. Okay, because this is another, but this is also a good fund, but always your own fund or your spouse's fund or whoever has a good fund, but your fund is the best fund. Okay, after university financial assistance, and a letter from the person or institution providing you money. Okay, so the letter from anyone, like yours, it could be any person like your spouse, your parents, whoever is sponsoring you, that person's letter that I will sponsor this person, that person will give a letter to the Canadian visa officer. Okay, so that is like another letter you have to collect. And proof of funding paid from within Canada if you have a scholarship. This is what I was talking about. If you are funded by the university, that is the really best thing. Okay, and proof of a Canadian bank account in your name if money has been transferred to Canada. And if you have already transferred some fund to any Canadian bank account in your name, okay, in your, not in any other's name, so that is another thing. So this is what you need to submit for your for strengthening. This is not for you express entry permanent residents, so this is not like if you're applying for permanent residence, so I'm not talking about that. So this is how temporary residence, you are doing temporary residence application. Okay, you are doing study, after your study you will get work permit, and then you will be able to do petition or whatever you qualify for. Okay, so that is what you have to understand for how to show your financial support. So this is any type of document that makes you like financially capable to pay your tuition fee. That is the concept of this thing. If you are studying in Canada, just simply understand this thing. So you will study in Canada, so you need funds, right? And how the fund will come, that is what visa officer is interested in. So you have to show something that convinces the visa officer. So this is how it is told here, and then I will also show you an example on how to show them. Okay, now take an example of how people show their financial support. So this is an example. This is not going to be the same for everybody, but this is a good example of how people show it. Okay, so first of all, this person, maybe male or female, I don't know, he or she has submitted affidavit of financial support. So it is better if you can make a table of content like this and then merge your PDF files into one file. Okay, but make it within 4 megabytes. I need to tell you, because no segment can afford more than 4 megabytes. You cannot upload more than that. You have to make your PDFs as much as big as 4 megabytes or less. Okay, so now what he or she has shown is affidavit of financial support. That means this person needs support from someone else as well, maybe his or her spouse's bank account or family member's bank account where there was some funds. Okay, and that's why that person needs to have a letter, and not a letter, like if that person has submitted an affidavit. Like how to do affidavit, if you do not know, then go to notary public and tell that you need an affidavit that someone is going to finance your studies. So make a document that is an affidavit of financial support, and that person, that notary public, will take care of you. You do not need to stress out yourself. This is not like a doing PhD in rocket science. Okay, this is so simple, it's as simple as water. So then CA evaluation. What is CA evaluation? Is CA or chartered accountant will evaluate your, or the person who is supporting you financially, that person's assets and bank account. So that person's everything will be evaluated by CA, and the CA will declare that person's financial strength in Canadian dollars instead of local currency only. That CA evaluation will be done when the CA will determine how much foreign currency in Canadian dollar equivalency is there. And also the CA will mention the home currency. So both currency the CA will mention. So you again, you do not need to understand how to do it, because there are plenty of CAs around you. So just you have to understand where to go to a CA which, and what the reliable CS, those have worked on Canadian study permit applications, helped students. So you need to find out those kinds of people. And then house rent slip. You understand? House rent slip. What does that mean? That is a kind of income, right? So a person is having income in house rent slip. In house rent, so that person is uploading a document of house rent slip, so that the income will be visible. So just like that, everything else like estimated tuition and living expense breakdown, yes, you should also break down here your tuition and living expenses, although it is not required. Like you do not have to tell your visa officer that this much is the tuition or expenses in the financial support section. The visa officer will understand it if you give the offer letter, and also you give in your client information section about your study plan. Then this is going to be my expenses. And also you need to collect any document from the university about how much is the estimated tuition fees, and you need to submit them in client information section, not in financial support section. But still, if you do, there's no problem. But and that is not bad, that is not worse, that is even better. If you submit in both the areas, in financial support as well as in client information, that is even better. Okay, so you can submit estimated tuition and living expenses with a breakdown and financial planning, like how you will be paying. Like this person is very smart. Okay, this person has also submitted a plan that yes, among the tuition fees, this person is my scholarship. This person I have in my account. So, and from living expense, I have this portion of money from here. So there is a plan this person has, and explicitly has organized and presented to the visa officer. It was smart, I would have to say. And then explanation letter of source of fund, and you can also make a letter of explanation about how your funds are flowing, like how you have the access to the funds. Okay, and how it will be paid to ultimately service your tuition fees and also the accommodation. Okay, and then tax papers, income tax clearance certificates, tin certificate, tin means tax identification number certificate, salary certificate, salary statement means bank statement where salary goes, employment certificate means the certificate that shows that you are employed to the existing organization, and bank statements, yes, I again tell you, at least 4 months from now. Like today is April, so you should take from December last year. Okay, so this is how you have to show your bank statement. Bank solvency certificate means a certificate the bank issues stating that this person has this much money as on this date and is capable of financing because he or she has good amount of money. Like this person is solvent. This type of, if you go to your bank, the bank will understand how to give the solvency certificate. That every bank has its own language, so you do not have to worry too much about it. Just go to your bank manager or bank's general banking section, they will assist you. Explanation of recent large deposit. Yeah, this person is very explicit in nature. I understand. This person is breaking down everything, whatever happened to the visa officer. You do not have to be that much explicit, but you have to make your documents in a way that convinces the visa officer. That is what my message is, okay? And why bank statements? So this person has two bank accounts, so and showing the two bank account statements as well as a solvency certificate for each of those banks, an explanation of recent large deposit, savings certificate, like he or she has other funds as well, also savings certificate, tax certificate. So this is like, that person has some deposits, big deposits or good amount of deposits that he or she is showing, savings certificate, another certificate that this person has savings, father's employment certificate, like father is also supporting. So who are supporting your funds? You can support also your spouse, also your father and mother. Like you can, if you alone cannot support yourself, you plus your spouse plus your parents, this is possible. Only you possible, you and your spouse possible. So whoever is supporting, give everybody's statement, your statement, your spouse's statement, your father's statement. If your fund is sufficient to cover everything, that is enough. You do not have to submit any other statements or any other documents. But if you add some documents, if your fund is big, still you are adding some documents, that is even better. There is no harm in it. Okay, so that is how you have to organize your financial support. I hope you have understood, and the concept is to strengthen your financial, strengthen, the documents will show to the visa officer that you are financially strong, and you do not have to worry about my tuition fees and accommodations. Visa officer, dear visa officer, I am very much capable, don't worry about it. So this is how, this is what a message you have to carry to the visa, convey to the visa officer, so that he or she becomes very much evaporated and becomes so much empathetic that yes, you have done a lot of hard work, and he or she should issue you a visa. That's how he or she will think. So you have to come to that point. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you have understood, and if you do not have understood in a good way, then please ask questions in the comments so that I can answer you and help you. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.